Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ESL ESEA Pro League. I am Lee Smith and I'm joined by Jason Kaplan. And the teams are about in the server. They're not quite ready to go yet. So let's go through this one. If you've just joined us, well, it's going to be Fnatic up against Mousesports. And this is pretty much going to be a massive favorite for Fnatic here.
I think we were talking about this in the office earlier today, saying if this map wasn't Inferno, like most importantly, then Mousesports might have a little bit more of a chance because Fnatic considered one of the best, if not the best, Inferno team out there.
I'm not putting myself out there. I think no matter what map it is,
really,
Fnatic would beat Mousesports at the moment in their current.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I feel like Dust 2 might be one of the maps that maybe Mousesports would be okay on because German teams love Dust 2. Chris J is a ridiculously strong sniper, whether it's the scout or the op on it. And it might fit their team a little bit better, but Inferno is the map they're given.
You never know. Stranger things have happened, but this is. I don't want to say, hey guys, this is going to be a storm, but I want to see how Flush is going to do as the shot caller because obviously it is Inferno, like you said, and this is a map that probably one of their better maps, certainly one of their best maps, maybe even you would say. Although I don't think they were calling it as their favorite map when they were going through veto processes anymore. But definitely for Fnatic, this is a huge one. Now, Flush is he plays Arch, so he's still over on A site where Pronax is. Pronax is normally on balcony, so calling-wise probably won't make too much of a difference positionally. The question is, I don't know. Well, I guess when you've got Olafmeister and Crims on B, what do you need to call?
Yeah,
you're just like, yeah, you guys do your thing. It's all good.
You don't even need to rotate anyone over. And like I said before, Olaf, he went 29-12 yesterday versus Dinatos on D2. If you could count on a person like him, which he has ridiculous stats across the whole year so far, to open up these sites, to be the person to really depend on to pick up these kills, I don't even know if Flush is going to have to call much.
And actually, I do know. Obviously, we were looking towards sort of certain tournaments. I think it was ESEA. JW didn't do so hot. Again, you look at Katowice. He wasn't setting the world on fire, but he was still there or thereabouts. But now you look back to Face It, and suddenly he was by far top fragging. Look towards the Mirage game, where he was at 35, I think, something like that at the end of it. Suddenly he's back being a beast again. So this is really the biggest thing for Fnatic. The fact that anyone on that team can step up and. Like generally somebody on whatever day will step up, and that's what makes them one of the top teams in the world. Whereas you look at Mousesports, well, they're a complete mishmash right now. They've got 3 players and 2 over here that have come together. And sure, they've known each other in the scene for ages. They would have played together ages, but at the end of the day, they are now all playing under one roof. And as of yet, they're not performing. Well, chances are they're probably not looking at setting the world on fire in their first week. But it's a building process. Have we seen anything that's starting to develop? You were talking about yesterday, like how you can start to see the workings of something.
Right. So you see that it's kind of like it's two-man squads with Gabi, Chris J, and then you have Dennis and Spitty, at least on Inferno in particular, where they play beat together.
If anyone's unaware of the situation and is behind in the news, Mousesports and Penta have kind of like poof together, and Mousesports has taken 3 of the members from Penta.
So we've seen these kind of little squads going on between them. And Gabi, he's honestly this godlike caller when it comes to German CS and CS in general. I want to see how he's going to kind of interweave the 2 play styles of Penta and Mousesports to kind of make their own new style. Like for me today, it's not about whether Mousesports are going to win, because to be honest, most likely, I think 90% of you out there at least are going to say Fnatic will win. I think it's about learning from how they played yesterday against Dinatos on Inferno and seeing what they changed from yesterday till today against Fnatic now Inferno. They're going to be up against 2 of the best teams in the world, 2 of the best teams in Europe, clearly. And they're going to be able to see maybe what the holes are in their play style, maybe what they can do to fix that. And I want to see, in particular, if they've adapted anything from yesterday till today. Like you would assume, knowing that they're going to Inferno today after their match with Dinatos, they talked things over, saw what went wrong, and can maybe change things up.
Yeah, and this is, well, I mean, it's a big challenge at the end of the day. We're still waiting for, I think it's Pronax to appear in the server. That's the only man we're waiting for. As soon as he's in there, we'll get the knife underway. For now, you're going to have to stare at our beautiful faces.
I have something actually we can point out is Chris J and JW. You talked about JW being this, we are finally having some great performance at Face It. Chris J has always been a standout sniper when it comes to Germany. He's been called Online J quite a few times. That's even the name of his op, I believe. Until he proved it when he finally went to LAN. Yesterday in particular, he played so passive. He peaked middle once against Dinatos through the entire game on CT side. and he sat back the rest. And he's not a passive player. He's more of a I'm gonna get in your face kind of opera, like maybe Kenny S, esque kind of him. But he just sat at Arch, waited for the crosses, and that was it. And he played really scared. I don't know if that's maybe the adaptation in style, because with his old squad, he was able to perform like that. You talk about Titan. Kenny S can play the way he does because of his team, because of who he has with him. Maybe the same's with Chris J. I'm curious to see if he'll be more aggressive today and try to catch out and challenge JW wherever he possibly can. To me, that's kind of like the big head-to-head in this game. Chris J, JW, who's going to come out on top?
And previously on Monday as well, of course, Dennis is now in the squad. And it seemed like Mouse was trying to fall back to that era when Alu was with them. And suddenly he was AWPing. So they were running a double AWP. And that was on Cash, I believe. Okay. So we'll see how it works out for them. Knife round about to get underway. It is, of course, the first game of the day. If you've just joined us, we're going to have 3 matches today. Following this one will be Fnatic versus Envy. And then it will be Dignitas up against NIP. For now, though, we're going to see who comes out on top in this one. And, well, just 2 left. We'll see whether it's going to be Mousesports, it seems.
But he should win that.
Well, he should. He's got the hit points. He only needs 1. There we go. So, I guess we're going to see Mousesports starting out on the CT side. We'll see whether they choose to switch or not. But that's probably the best thing they could hope for coming out of a knife round, to get that CT side. Like, organizationally wise, when you're coming in with effectively 5 new guys, which is kind of what they're in at the moment, defensively is probably the best place to start off. Get your defense going, aggression-wise, where you can figure that out as you go.
I was actually going to say, they're one of the few teams that actually like playing the terrorist side, like playing the harder side first, and they will swap over. So we're actually going to find out how they're going to do on the aggression, see how they...
Ballsy play against Fnatic.
I will give that to them. Back when there was Pari Dabblers, they did the same thing.
We'll see if the balls out aggression works out for them, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Fnatic up against Mousesports, round 1, with Flusher in command of the Fnatic troops for today. Only temporarily. Pronex has not stepped away. Don't get reading too much into that one. We'll see how Mouse do, though. We're
seeing on the Fnatic side, they do have 1 smoke for Crims, so they can only smoke off 1 section towards middle if they wanted to, but there's 3 men pushed up B. They get the first kill on an X, and now Mousesports, with the 2 smokes and the 4 flashes they have, are looking for an A execute, but that's going to be so difficult when they're being pushed from behind.
Well, immediately, Pronax actually playing Arch, by the way, notice that. And that's only because it's down to pistol round more than anything. Did mean he's backing away, and that's now Mouse in a little trouble. They have rotated 4 members over. I'm going to say they need to rotate back. Olivmeister heading back around to B. They had left Crims all alone there. But with Mousesports backing to lower mid and getting picked off, I might add, JW doing work, spins around, gets Chris J down. Why not? That's what you do. So it's a triple for him, and Olivmeister will pick up the final one of the half. So, quick roster for you guys if you are completely blind to the world of Counter-Strike. For Fnatic, it is JW, Pronax, Olivmeister, Flusher, and Crims. And for Mouse, of course, it is Spiddy, Chris J, Goldby, Nex, and who did I miss? Dennis.
Yes, it is. And in that last round alone, we saw the confidence out of Fnatic, pushing 3 men towards Banana to immediately get in their faces with the help of a flashbang. Actually, I think that was a smoke they threw down there. But it just kind of showed they want to challenge Banana early on. They realized they had only 1 smoke to block off middle of the push. And JW just sitting towards middle, not afraid. Just completely challenging them outright. And he picks up 3 kills in the first round. Now Crims able to get the first one. Dennis does respawn. Olivmeister still is here. And the push into an MP9 through a smoke is going to be so deadly. And Mousesports almost immediately just back away.
They managed to get Crims down, though, so that means the rotate is going to have to come out there. Flusher's going to join them. Next managed to pick off Pronax as well. So suddenly they managed to take a lot of the guns off Fnatic, sorry. Mousesports almost carving open A here. You can see Flusher's making the rotate. He's going through Library, but they're all coming straight towards him. He can catch them perfectly there. Not one person looking towards Library there. Manages to get one down. That grenade's going to do work as well, and that's so much trouble. Spiddy does get Flusher down. Olivmeister all alone in a 1v3. This is a full eco. Well, say full eco. It was Tech 9s for Mousesports.
Yeah, Tech 9 armors.
It's far from a full eco, but nonetheless, Mousesports picking themselves up the first round here, and that was kind of Fnatic's aggression more than anything. They went aggressive on the defense.
Well, you can see what happens when you're pushed up against a Tech 9. You get, well, Crims dies. They lose an M4 over to, I believe that was Nex, and he was able to just plow right through them, picking up 3 kills in the round. But great job by Mousesports. They pick up the eco, or I guess you can say the buy-up in the second round, without even a bomb plant in the first. And now the game, at least the pace is in their hands. But Fnatic going back for the buy-up too. A couple of 5.7s in there. Well, just 1 P250 and 3 CZs. And they do have a 2-man towards Benai with Crims and Olaf. And they have Pronax and JW push up apartments. JW trying to watch through window, and Pronax watching behind him. But Mousesports, I like how slow they're playing it. They're not forcing anything, realizing that I know Fnatic's on a save. They have guns. They don't want to lose a single man here to build up some economy to when the rounds get harder later on.
Let's see how it works out. B-site's going to be the target. Crims with the 5-7 ready to get up close and personal. But it could well be Nex that challenges him. Coming around there. Spiddy will find Pronax. That's over in apartments. Taking incredibly low. Just 1 health left for him. JW might be able to finish that off. No. Gets the tag. Runs back to Archer as he continues to pursue him. They're going to chase him around the corner. That is JW round. And that is going to be the A side opened up once again. It's Flusher to come through library. But this time Chris J was ready and waiting. And that will be an A plant. Last man Crims with it all to do. And not too much of a chance.
Yeah, bomb will get planted momentarily. And this is what I'm worried about for Fnatic / Mousesports. Are they playing this with Godby calling, or are they falling back to more of a pug style? You know, since they're kind of a pug team at the moment. You know, are they kind of just, let's look for picks, let's go for entry frags, and then, you know, commit to a site after that. Let's not, you know, commit for these executes that might open up a site for us. And so far in these, you know, first 3 rounds, it's netted them too. They're not chasing down Crims because they want to build up a little bit of economy. Like, all right, keep the 5-7, keep the head armor, not that big of a deal. They might chase them as the round goes, or the bomb ticks away further. But Mousesports, strong start. Very strong start.
They're not going exactly too aggressive because they know they haven't got a great deal of money, so they're not going to pursue Crims. They're going to leave him alone over on B. So Mousesports do come out. Everybody alive. Everybody holds onto the gun, and that's going to do well for their bank. You can see 5k plus for everyone in there. Fnatic, of course, well, they did purchase. They went for CZs. They went for those 5-7s, which means they're going to have to go for a full eco this round.
Oh, Crims, a little bit of a disconnect.
Crims.
But luckily for him, though, it's going to be a save round. Not really going to buy anything up. They will have Pronax picking up a smoke and a P250, and it looks like that might get thrown towards B just to hold them back while they go for a 4-man stack over towards this A site. And Crims will have time to reconnect in just a few. Yeah. We may even have a pause coming in after this round.
I mean, this is also a problem of when everybody knows where you play. They know Crims is no longer a B site. They know it's going to be weak. Pronax all there, all alone. He's going to be the man that tries to keep them off, but of course, just a P250. They're questioning it. See, this is the mind games right now. They know that Crims disconnected, so therefore they're going to be looking and thinking, did they stack out this site? I'm not too sure. Dennis will find Pronax. Flusher hides the bullets, spraying through, doesn't quite tag out too heavily, and anyone through the smoke. And the rotate will come from them. While this is all happening, there's one man lurking down at the bottom of apartments as well, but Nex finds himself one. Flusher's caught in towards construction. And Olaf Meister with just 27 health will be the last man. Crims has rejoined though, so we should be all good to go in the next round. And that is sometimes, sadly, the problem when we are playing online leagues.
Yeah, but I mean, luckily for Fnatic, it wasn't that impactful of a round. They didn't have money. All they had were USPs.
Take note of, I think it was Spiddy's gun now, was it Dennis, with the full Penta stickers all over it. There we go, Dennis.
I wonder what team he's from, Dennis.
Oh, they found Olaf.
Yeah, he was trying to challenge, maybe take away a gun, but not possible. And Mousesports now up 3-1. Fantastic start by them. They have Nex on a 7-1 scoreline. Godby has yet to get a kill, but it doesn't matter. He's supporting really well for his team, and the rest of the team sitting at 2 kills apiece. Fnatic, though, on the buy-up. It looks like there's not going to be an op in the hands of JW for this round. But now we're going to find out what can Fnatic do, or what can Mousesports do, more importantly, to challenge these sites.
And also, don't forget, the fact that Crims did disconnect right at the start of that round meant he got no money, unfortunately. So he's going to be just with this pistol. The rest of the team, of course, M4s on a bit of a shoddy buy as well at that.
Oh, they're going through the smoke.
They're going to try and push on through. Chris J will get one. Crims got the kill, though. Olafmeister will pick himself up a double, and that's going to stop everything dead in his tracks in Banana. Just 2 men left for Mousesports. Spiddy's going to go aggressive. Spiddy's going to push on forward. But he's not going to challenge on the balcony just yet. Nex is still alive, though. Top fragger for Mouse at the moment. But those were all picked up in the early rounds. What can he do against rifles?
Olaf knows the bomb's there, because they haven't rotated anyone back towards B to help out from this. They do have Spiddy trying to cause a little bit of distraction towards A, as Nex is still trying to get towards this bomb, but JW and Pronax have pushed out themselves, almost potentially getting behind. They're going to spot Spiddy out, doesn't get the shot off, but Spiddy gets the kill on a JW. That's a fantastic kill, and now it's a 2-on-3. They have the bomb in the hands of Nex, and they're going to back away to maybe look for an A push.
With that kill, in apartments. Like you said, they're going to make their move here.
Oh, this is such a good spot by Pronax.
He's in his... But the thing is, it's a known spot. Even I know he plays there. Even I know he sits
You
on
might
this
know he
balcony.
plays there, but if you walked around that corner, would you be able to kill him?
Well, no. It's Pronax versus me. Spinny's not looking. It works once again. And Pronax does get himself a kill. And that's the danger. That's the problem, because you have to check so many angles when you come out of that balcony.
Exactly. There's just too many spots to look at, so you kind of have to, in your mind, give away a couple of them. But what I want to know is, Chris J stuck with the MP9. He had 8.6 thousand money. He did this yesterday versus Dignitas for no reason.
He did it Monday as well.
And I want to know why he did it. But he has the op this time. JW not going to be invested into it for now.
Carrigan does it as well. This is something that quite a few players have been quite vocal about. You know, they're saying just this gun is strong enough that you can just keep hold of it. Chris J, though, with his profound aggression in his hand this time, he's no longer online J with that AWP.
He's looking more confident today, though. Like I said, yesterday he was being really passive against Dignitas, at least on the CT side. But with Nex, really stepping up so far in this game. And he's even checking for a boost over the smoke, though, a little bit of a stack.
Well, maybe expecting the AWP, but of course we can see from Fnatic there is no AWP at the moment, so no JW looking for it just yet, at least. Bomb's making its way up Banana. Gonna try and take a couple of those positions. JW just holding his hands out rather when the AK wasn't quite drawn in there, but he's in an interesting boost here. Look at this. Ready and waiting, and Pronax shifts his position. Flush is actually going to take a peek, and it's going to work, and that gives their bomb information. They managed to see that. That grenade and Molly is going to do work. Flusher picks himself up a second, and Olafmeister comes in support.
And they have the bomb towards them, but Smitty does open up on a JW, which can allow them to maybe get this bomb back. Olaf just trying to jump over the corner of that smoke to see them pushing through. Dennis just barrels straight through. Pronax, though, in pins, able to pick up one, looking for that second, but he can't get it just yet. Olaf coming from the back, doing what he does best, picks up two more. He did this yesterday as well against Dignitas, and he's just a master of coming from behind.
3-3 all square. Fnatic holding true and getting themselves in there. So Mousesports, well, now how will they react to that? They've got enough money to buy straight back up, but now we see the AWP in the hands of JW. It's about all he can afford, but it may well be all he needs.
That should be Chris J's AWP. I think they just picked it up, so you don't have to spend anything on that. And that is a great turnaround for Fnatic. They're going to have some great control over towards A with the middle. He's actually going to peek it out. He's not going to spot anyone just yet, though. But Mouse, I mean, if they want to have, I think, a decent T side, they need to pick up more rounds than this. Their CT's been a little bit weak, but Nex does open up on a Flusha. And they're playing it calm, playing it passive, and JW's gonna get caught out. Nex again is coming up huge for his team. That's 2 in the round.
He's doing big up mid right now. Getting himself up. There's 2 opening frags, but it doesn't look like they're going to change. And Olafmeister is up close in this smoke. Dennis and Chris J ready to flash out. He's not going to be too blind on this one. Chris J will manage to pick up the kill as they push on through. They know that Cribbs is there, and they find him through the smoke, and that has just carved Fnatic wide open. Just Pronax left standing, and they're going looking for him.
I don't know if he's able to save this against 5 men. Nex doesn't necessarily know where he is. Obviously, he plays towards balcony side, towards pit, but he's just looking to take away some guns, hurt the economy out of Mousesports, and he might catch up Nex looking around the corner. And he does get the kill. He gets the dink, but not it. And Mousesports, I have to give it to him. They're playing phenomenal. I think they're taking advantage of Fnatic getting cocky, shoving Olafmeister down Banana, and just flashing their teammates in past the smoke. They caught him out multiple times from this, and Mousesports are in the lead on T-side Inferno, 4-3.
Nex hitting double figures already.
Oh my god.
Getting a triple in that round, surviving with 1 hit point. When it's your day, and maybe Nex is going to be what's required for Mousesports to try and put some serious pressure on towards Fnatic here. JW with the AWP once again, though. We'll see if it's going to work out. He got picked off rather convincingly by Nex, and this time he's got support. Flushes with him on Arch. Crims does find Dennis. That was down in Banana. And the Olafmeister-Crims combo backs up and moves in. Job done. Dennis down.
Yeah, they need to play more passive. They've been giving up quite a few of these rounds from just getting 2 up in the face of Mousesports, and the flashes out of Mouse just perfectly timed so they can push to the smoke and pick him up. But they do have the man advantage, 5-on-4, but they don't have a lot of guns to work with, and JW does get tagged up in the middle down to 28 health. But look at this, the Molotov, it's going to come in towards B. It's going to come in, I believe, towards Emo. No one on the side of Fnatic's actually playing this position. They're trying to wait out the smokes. There's still 1 on Flusha who could throw it towards Bennett if he needed to from the A side. Now the Molly's running in, that's towards New Box. Flashes, smokes, everything coming in, but Crims does pick up the first.
Yeah, Chris J pushing through the smoke, gets picked up easy there. This time the flash will work, but Olafmeister, he's there in support, and they're burning down. Next will get picked off. Olaf gets himself another God B, will finally get him down, but he is all alone. They're pushing through the smoke. He gets one, tries to spin around, They know that he's coming from every angle. He's going to be able to get time to get a reload on here. He's got to find the man just to the right of him. Challenging. It was Pronax, I think, that was there. He is going to get pushed from both angles, but Crims has got no health left, and that Molly, no, it's going to back away from it. Look at this. They're in all three positions. They have him completely covered. He's going to get the plant in. They're going to try and push him. As soon as he gets the plant down, didn't even get the plant down. Got him, importantly, just before that plant bomb got planted.
And this time, Mousesports, instead of just getting a kill or two and backing away, playing it slow, they rushed in towards B. They rushed right into the trap. Crims and Olaf were able to hold onto the site for long enough for allow Flusha to rotate in to help out. And that will tie things back up. 4-piece now for these teams. Flusha going to be picking up the P90. JW able to keep the op. And Mousesports, you can go back to the drawing board next. I mean, you can only get so many kills to lead your team. But you need the other ones to step up to help out. Godby was able to finally get on the board, though, with the 2. And JW again, feeling like he can handle this this op battle towards middle.
Well, this time nobody's going to show for him. And this time over at B, Olaf and Crims have been a little bit more passive. You can see, actually, it's Olaf Meister that's rotated around.
They smoke on top of B so they can save theirs.
B, yeah, covering himself.
They've left Crims there alone, so that's why they're actually throwing that flash, or that smoke, to allow him to re-smoke it back up if they do push in towards B, and that allows them to get an extra man towards this A site, allowing a 4-man stack.
He's on his own, though. Crims is all alone.
Yep.
And they've already got themselves into cart. That smoke from Olaf will be enough to slow them down. Olaf just waiting. Is this Flusha in the background calling things? He's in the right place because we can see the bomb just outside second mid. Spiddy's going to be the man that steps forward. Tries to get a little aggression on balcony, but those flames will slow him down. Look at this. All 4 members of Fnatic in exactly the right place for Mousesports to push straight into them.
Fnatic's run out of flashes to stop this push from coming in. They do have one on JW. And he does pick up the kill on the got B. Olaf comes in, rotating from side to pick up another. And Spiddy able to respond, but JW will have a second. And no, he missed the shot. Chris J survives, but Olaf is just there to clean it up. And that will be Fnatic securing another round on the board, 5-4 for them. And again, I don't know if it was just the calls from Flusha or if it's just kind of a little bit of leftover from Pronax, but leaving Crims alone at that B site, re-smoking for him was a fantastic play, and it forced Mousesports to go A.
Yeah, Red Mousesports like a book there. Set themselves up a great crossfire at Arch as well. So Fnatic force Mousesports onto an eco. 3 Tech 9s, 2 P250s. Let's see if it works for them. Sometimes these rounds often, with the reckless aggression, actually pay off. This time they're going to be barreling up mid there, straight in towards it. Flusha's ready for it. The flash goes out. Pronax in pit already, dropping in. But Flusha's already going to find them, pushing around on quad. That's going to be a shooting gallery right there. Pronax and Flusha just mow them down. Spiddy, last man, flashes himself. Didn't work out how he planned. And Pronax gets a third of the round. 6-4 for Fnatic. As expected, they will mow them down. But they're the dangerous ones. They're the slippery slope rounds. When they're coming at you with Tech 9 so fast, changing the pace up, it can sometimes catch you out, but Fnatic very much ready for that one.
Yeah, the flashes they threw, the counter flashes to stop them from pushing into site were spot on. So that held them back and allowed them to maintain the sites even in that rush with 3 men. And Flusha actually going to be sitting on the MP9. Yeah. Olaf had it last round, going to be giving it over to his teammate. And Tech 9 kind of half by with some armor and some nades and flashes coming in for Mousesports. But again, they're pushing towards A, and Olaf pushing straight down towards Banana, gets dinked up.
But he gave them all the information he needed. Nobody else showed for it there, so they almost certainly have to be around second mid, or they were holding around the corner. JW flashed up, smoked down.
There's still a 3-man stack up Banana, though, as they do finally rotate them back. Crims.
He's got the boost. He's got the boost. This is what we were talking about earlier. They're looking for it, but Nex is the one that's creeping through, but they're already around the corner. They're coming in. Dennis on towards site, manages to find Flusha. That gets answered, but Nex finds himself another. They're coming around. If these Tech 9s could work, but, well, JW's got his own Tech 9. He's robbed it off Godby last time around. Suddenly, Crims is all alone. The bomb plant's in. Spiddy's going to find him. They know where he's coming. They know he's pushing apartments. And Crims, well, he's in trouble.
Oh, he's not expecting Spiddy to push straight through the Molotov. He's going to be flanked from the backside. Crims doesn't even look in this direction. This is going to be tough. Crims is going to be just flanked outright, and he's going to almost get taken out. Gets taken so low. Godby isn't peeking because he just wants to play this one safe and slow. And Crims, I see it almost impossible for him to pull this off, but he's going to try.
Catching him in moto, didn't check the spot. And well, what did I just say a minute ago? Sometimes those fast-paced rounds work. Well, it was Fnatic that went aggressive down Banana. They knew where they were, and then just got caught out by the speed smoke.
So they 3-man stack B. They left Crims there. They pulled the rest of the two back towards the A site, towards Arch. But when the people started trailing through apartments, those two at Archway rotated in towards site. Next, pushed up middle towards Arch and caught one of them off guard. Was able to get a gun and stall them and cause some disruption in their communication and their play. And that allowed the rest of Mousesports with the back of Next picking up, or with Spitty picking up a couple of kills to open up the A site, get the bomb down, and get the round. 6-5 for Fnatic. But this is a lot closer game, I think we can both agree, than we expected.
Yeah, definitely. Pronax might get caught out. Chris J does get him. Man down top, but they've got a double stack in apartments. They've read this one well, so they've got one at dark. Pronax has actually backed away because of that aggression, and they're going to check Crims. You can see they're already looking at his position.
I think they're assuming he's in here, and wow, great little pickup by Spitty. Next respawns as well, but JW able to get on the board with the kill, but the A site's left wide open, and Mousesports playing it slow. I like this. They're not just rushing into the site because they don't want to give up a round that they feel like they should win with 4 people against 2.
This is going to cripple Fnatic's bank as well. If they lose out in this round, it would not only make things 6-6, but they would be in trouble. Chris J holding on.
I just love the switch. I love that. It's so smart because they were aggressive early on. Now they're making Fnatic wonder, are they hitting A? Are they hitting B? And they split them up. So there's one left on B, one left on A, and that gives you a 4-on-1 fight that you should almost always win.
Flush is the man in library, and it's a position he's played a couple of times when he's had to fall back to being that one-man Dennis. Is he going to look? Pretty certain he will. Going to come around. Flusher's ready. Everything's there. Dennis is going to walk in, but, well, you could see his crosshair. It was above him. Wasn't expecting Flusher to be crouching just around the corner. That's going to get one down, but bomb down on A now. The retake is on. Alfmeister managed to creep around the back of them before. Can he do it again?
Well, we do have Next with the Molotov, so he can Molotov off the bomb if they do lose too few or too many of them. Yeah, like I said, Fnatic just going to back away. Don't want to ruin their economy any more than it is. And Mousesports going to tie things up again at 6 apiece.
So, as you mentioned, the economy was tight for Fnatic. That's why they need to save. They're going to see if they can pick anyone off from Mousesports as they exit. They may get one. You can see they're about to come in his position. Godby was heard by Olafmeister. Olafmeister's just going to hang on, wait around. No, not going to find anyone in the exits there. 6-6, all squared, all tied up. This is a far better performance already from Mousesports. Bear in mind, they chose the T side after that knife round, so they chose to go aggressive. And after picking up the second round, they lost the pistols, but then picked up the second round against Fnatic with SMGs. Now we're seeing JW pulling out the Mag 7.
Oh gosh, so you know he's going to be going apartments. Like that's his proving ground. That's where he always goes. And even Pronax picking up one himself. So definitely trying to buy up anything they can before we get into our penultimate round of the first half. And Mousesports again playing it slow, playing it safe.
Are they going to try something fancy, a double stack in apartments? What are they doing?
I mean, they're not even sitting inside of it just yet.
Yeah, they were up there, and then they're like, no. Pronax was like, no, this is my spot. Go away.
And this reminds me of the Luminosity versus Paradox game that happened on, well, Monday if you're in America, Tuesday if you're in Europe, where Luminosity or when Paradox constantly got the sites open, but then they didn't fully clear them even when they had time, and then it was allowed Luminosity to pick up so many rounds. But Mousesports being smart about it in the last one, playing it slow, clearing everything before going in. There we go, with 50 seconds to go. Looks like Fnatic are getting fed up, getting a little bit antsy as Pronax and JW still looking for a couple of kills with these Mag 7s.
JW just hiding in cubby. We'll try and catch someone out, but
Dennis,
they're not even looking! Nobody's looking, gets one, finds the bomb. Everybody rotate towards that position. Flusher also gets another. And now they know the bomb is around Arch.
Pronax, though, he's still in apartments. He hasn't been spotted out. He has so much smoke cover. Spitty trying to recover it. And Pronax is taken down by Dennis, who just turns around and happens to look there. But Flush able to respawn, able to get one back for his team.
They're in a 3-on-2. Chris J spotted one in library there as well. Doesn't land the shot, though. Spitty will get the plant down. He's not looking towards quad, and he's going to get picked off by Olafmeister once again. How many times has he seemingly just stealthed his way around the back there? Chris J with everything to do. He's got AWP in hand, but you can't face that down. Fnatic with a shoddy buy do manage to pick up the round. That is why you really need to hunt down them M4s. And Fnatic, once again, they just prove why they're one of the top teams in the world.
Chris J, he got the tag on Olafmeister too through the column, so unfortunate for him, but yes, fantastic job by Fnatic to come back with the double Mag 7 buy-up. So now I think Mousesports going to buy up as well, since they have decent economy still. 7K on Chris J.
The thing is, it's like when you know they're probably on a bit of a shoddy buy, why would you not check that corner? Like nobody, 3 people went past there, not one checked cubby.
I want to say it's the first time Fnatic actually put a man there this game. I'm trying to think back to anyone else who has sat in that position, but you're right. Yeah, why not check it? They only lost 1 man, so it's not huge, I guess, but it definitely cost them partially that round.
Not Olafmeister this time
He's
with
the
the
one with the
AWP.
AWP.
Yeah, went aggressive. He's going to get covered off, and he's immediately on the rotate. I wonder if he's going to pass the gun off or whether he's just going to get straight back around it. Either way, I think they've spotted the bomb up mid. Olafmeister coming around. 4-man stack over A site, and look, it's getting red. Rotate. Mouse are going towards B. Now Flusher's making tracks. He's heading back over towards B.
Yeah, Fnatic just did this a couple of rounds prior where they had Flusher re-smoke up actually I think it was Olafmeister re-smoke up the top of B to allow Crims to sit there with 1 man. You know, pushing through smokes is something Mousesports has done all game, but that smoke inside B is too dangerous to do, and they were already punished before alone doing that. So Fnatic changing things up, realizing A's has been the site that Mousesports has been hitting and successfully getting the bomb down and rounds in. So why not stack it up? Rotate 1 man back if you do need to. And Mousesports with 40 seconds to go, not going to be committed to a site. They do have, 4 smokes? So they could hit A, they still could hit B if they wanted to, and they even have a Molotov on Spitty to clear out that second box if they wanted to.
I think it was against Penta that Mousesports were leaving it very late, actually, to get onto site. You can see 30 seconds on the clock and counting, and yet to make a real aggressive move here.
They're going to they're not going to wrap.
It's got to be B, but they're going to be running headlong. Flusher is there. Olafmeister's actually backing away. He's making tracks coming out the speedway. Crims finds 1. Will find the second. Olafmeister picks it off him. And Mousesports are just running headlong into Fnatic here.
They don't have a CT smoke. What is happening? They had like 3 smokes and they didn't even use them in the right spots, and that's going to be Fnatic cleaning up the round. I even pointed out they had like 2 or 3 smokes to do this, and Molotovs. They miscommunicate, don't smoke off CT. They smoke off spools, yes, but when you have someone sitting back that's clean kills for him, I think that was just a misplay. That was like what, guys, we have 20 seconds left. We need to do something quick.
We just got to do it, yeah.
And they completely fluffed it up.
Well, it's forced them to go Tech-9s, a single AK, buy what you can. That's what Mousesports are going. Even still, 8-6. If it's 8-7 or 9-6, I think both teams will be mildly happy. I'm not too sure Fnatic will be, but oh, there's Olafmeister opening his account. He does get picked off though. That's an AWP down, but Crims is there with support. And just to pop him off and get the smoke down, so that's going to slow things down. Chris J tried to get the shot off, but was caught out. Oh, that grenade hit him square on the chin. Down to 4 health, remember, and he's managed to catch out. Crims does find him as he pushes on through the smoke. It doesn't work out. Fnatic will go 9-6 in the first half. And well, I wouldn't have called 9-6, honestly, as the first half for Mousesports regardless.
You asked the question, are Fnatic going to be happy with that scoreline? And I don't think they're going to be.
No, I don't think so.
I think 9-6 is something they couldn't even dreamt of.
More importantly, they won the pistol round. They won the pistol round as the CT side. So they'll be thinking, okay, this is okay. They went with actually quite a maximum buy as well. They were pulling out M4s in round 2. And then just lost. It wasn't really, it was Tech-9s they went up against, which is obviously a standard in CSGO these days, that you can lose to Tech-9s in that second round. But it's interesting because we've seen a couple of teams, certainly this week already, actually changing their second round buy. Despite winning pistols, they've been going for shoddy buys and not been fully investing into it. Which, hell, we even saw Novas coming out from Penta, I think it was, Troubly.
Well, one thing I'm thinking of is we talked about NIP Dignitas coming up later on. Well, NIP, try new things. Maybe this is Fnatic trying new things. They expect to win against Mousesports. Most people out there would assume they'd win against Mousesports. So why not let Flusha put all that weight on his shoulders, get back in the groove of doing all the calling, not having Pronox help out, and see how they do. And 9-6, I mean, it's not the best scoreline, but it's still better than nothing for at least Mousesports.
I don't like seeing that. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's we are on online servers, of course, remember, but this is not pleasant. This is not pleasant. This is not pleasant. They're going to be trying to come around the corner either way. I can't see it either. Well, that's not very good, is it?
It's not, but we do have, I can at least tell you, kind of give you the storyline of what's happening in that little bit of a push. Fnatic tried to go down middle. Looks like there's still like just slides showing by. They try to go down middle. I can tell you that Fnatic has picked up 2 kills. I'm just giving you kind of like an update what's going on since it's still kind of skipping along.
I'm ahead of you because I've only got next left.
You are? Wow, really far ahead of me.
Yeah.
So it looks like Fnatic have 4 men left. There's 1 man left on Mousesports side. So it looks like Fnatic should be able to pick up the pistol round. Should take him to 10-6. Should be able to secure the next few rounds. And we saw Fnatic just be really aggressive. I mean, from what we did see in the little, 30 seconds that we had, they rushed straight up alt mid and rushed straight middle.
I like the fact that you could analyze that. That's impressive. But yeah, so Fnatic do pick up the pistol on the T side. So we'll hopefully get the GoTV sorted out, and we'll be back in the action in a moment. It looks like it's not going to sort itself out. So GoTV is stuttering.
I'm actually just going to reconnect on my side, see if that helps
we can
out.
Do that. We can do that. I'm down
We'll
with that as well. So,
but either way, Fnatic, they pick up pistol round. You should expect they pick up the next two. However, on CT side, they pick up pistol round, and they lost round 2. So you can't really say it's for sure going to go their way. But either way, still strong start. 10-6. T side. So okay, yes, we can talk about this then from yesterday. Mousesports on CT side Inferno. While we do reconnecting, everything working for you guys. We're trying. We're in the process. Gabi did a fantastic job playing pit. He was pushed multiple times by many men, and was able to hold on to that position long enough for them to pick up kills and to secure some rounds, or at least the few rounds that they did get in their game versus Dinatos. Then we had Spinny and Dennis, the 2-man squad towards B, who tried to get aggressive quite a few times, but were punished a majority of them, so they let the B side open quite often. I feel like Nex hasn't really found his role when it comes to Inferno on CT side for Mousesports, which hopefully we'll be able to catch when we get back in. But he's got to play that awkward role of, he wasn't in Mousesports, he was a part of Penta, but he has to kind of play a part of both. And like the two little teams that have, conglomerating into Mousesports, he has to kind of, hold on to the Mousesports side, hold on to the Penta side, where he rotates back from Arch back and forth, even if he's holding on towards short, since Christian likes to hold Arch sometimes. Yeah. But Christian was being more aggressive with the op. When he did get it, he was being more aggressive. He was, fancying the peaks. He wasn't as successful as he'd hoped to, but I hope that translates onto the CT side when we do get back.
But I mean, I think what we're seeing is really the big thing for Mouse is the fact that Nex was getting some crazy opening frags.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone on Mousesports side got over 10 kills except him, and I think he finished on 16. I think the highest was 9.
Well, it was so often it was either. In fact, he was hitting both. He was hitting mid and banana, and he was hitting those opening frags, which was really what was opening big things up for Mousesports, which is why they managed to get in there. Well, hopefully, guys, we'll be getting into the game in a moment. It's still ongoing. GoTV's just said, nope, not today, thanks. Not today. So we'll get that sorted out. But overall, so 10-6
so far, honestly. I mean,
a lot
I expected a landslide.
Yeah, a lot closer than I expected, especially for Fnatic on Inferno against Mousesports, the current iteration of Mousesports, which tends to evolve every month by month.
That's just the German scene. Like, everyone's played with everyone, just like the Danish scene too.
Yeah, very much so, and but they're still better than the English scene, sadly. The English scene's,
at least we're seeing some good things out of them, like you're pointing out. Like 9-6 scoreline where they got 6 on T side Inferno is not bad. Next, like you pointed out in particular, had some great entry frags. I feel like they haven't really figured out just yet how to capitalize off of that. Like Next, he can get a couple of kills, but even when he did that and they had like a 5-on-3 advantage, they still couldn't close out some of the rounds. So maybe that's something they're still working on transitioning into, and maybe in the next week or two, we'll see them start to come together more as a team.
Well, hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get the game back in your screens in a few. But for now, we're going to go to a quick break. And when we come back, it'll be the game once again. But don't forget, Fnatic and Envy will be following, so do not go anywhere.